Welcome aboard, everyone. Ziggy here. Guys, we're going to take a deep dive into PUKE. As bad as that sounds, the game might even be worse. As a journalist, it's your duty to investigate the mysterious remote town of Frieden. You must observe and document the events happening in the town. Only in this way can you uncover the town's mysteries. That's really all we got. I mean, you can read all this if you want. You can see the game's got some pretty bad reviews. That's mine. A couple Chinese reviews. TTV, Kiros Objective, is a pretty good guy. I like his stuff. He's really too nice to a lot of people, you know, so I can't fault him for that, but he once again is pretty confused about this game. There's even been some controversy whether this is actually AI generated. It just seems so wrong, guys. We're going to take a deep dive into PUKE here, and we're going to see what they're thinking. So you're going to have to pay close attention. I'm going to show you a bunch of things that are very curious and odd. So make sure you stick around. Now, there's no mouse sensitivity, which I didn't like. So you're supposed to press left control, shift, okay. And now you're supposed to go around the town. But as soon as you walk towards the door, boom, you're outside. Okay, so now there's a left-hand turn here. There's buildings, and there's a train station down here. We're going to go visit it. And look at these trees. Because never once in this game is this section of the game even remotely used. You don't even have to, there's no reason that it's here. And I like that they didn't even finish the train tracks. Like if you go here, it's just an invisible wall right there. Didn't even finish the tracks, they just end there. Same with here, you can get to the tracks and that's it. So I'm going to follow the perimeter. That's as far as I can go this way. And that's it. So that's all you can do here, and there's no reason ever once that you would ever go down this part. There's nothing here. None of these houses are legit. You can get into here. You can't even get up the stairs because you can't jump. All you can do is crouch. That was one of the objectives. So none of these places. Oh, I got up. See? Look at, I'm stuck. Because you can look at this. Now I'm pooched. Look at, I'm stuck on the inside now where I'm not supposed to be. So now I'm fucked. I'm going to have to restart the game maybe. Because now I'm on the inside. See? I'm on the inside of the boundaries. Well, you know what? Let's go investigate now that we made it. Nope, there's a double boundary. No, we're back out again. And once again, this little road down here, like all you do is just keep circling the map. I'll show you. But you're not even supposed to be here. So guys, we've broken the code. Like none of this you were able to get to. You could get down close to the end of the street, but not even. Normally this is as far as you can go. It's kind of nice that this happened. Watch, we're going to hit a wall right here. So if you were in the game, this is as far as you could go. You couldn't get up here. So let's see what we know. We're just going to go to the end of the edge of the world, right? You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it. I can see where the boundary is right here. So we're going to take a walk up. So here's the controversy that did AI actually generate this game? And is this whole account AI? Is that a real person, or did the real person get AI to build it all? Look at this. I have a feeling though when I go off here, I'm going to end up going to somewhere where I can never get back. So now I was curious before what happened when you went in the water, because I couldn't get in the water before, but I think we're going to walk on it or go down to the sink down to the bottom. There's fucking trees in the bottom of the water. Look at this. So did AI generate this? It's actually a good question because no human being would do this. Like make a game this shitty. There's just no way. So if I can get to the church, I can show you what I was going to show you. The church is also another place that's never used in the game. And it's more curious than that. There is no fall damage because they never expected you to fall. So but I won't be able to get to the church because once again there's an invisible wall. But you're not supposed to be up here, so there might not be an invisible wall. I'm not sure. Yes, there is. I'm sure that we can somehow... Oh, now I can get up to the statue where I couldn't get before. So this church, too, is never used in the entire game. And what I was going to get at is there's an inside and everything. Oh, it's bad. You're going to want to see it. And if somebody made this and released it, the game, you can't finish the game. Once you get to day 10, it's just the next day you come out, it's day 1. I knew it. I could just walk right through it. And everything disappears. Look at it. Okay, I think we're going to have to start over. And when you do start over, if you completed day 1, it'll start at day 2, but there is no real continue. Like, there's no option to continue, it's just start. So if you wanted to restart the game from day 1, you can't. So now here's another place you can't get to any of these places. You can only get to the road just around them, right down there. See, I won't be able to get past here, but there's a chance that I can get up here in the air. See? And get back into the game. There's a slim chance we can get back into the game. Like now we're up in the air. Nope. Nope. I was thinking if I got up high enough, because there was another option over here where I could walk up on that roof when I was in the game. We might have to restart here to get... so we can get to the church. Okay, so here's where I could go up in the air. I was thinking if I could get high enough... I don't mean it like that, guys. That I could fall outside the invisible wall. There we go, we're getting there. Come on, you can do it. No, we're just going to restart. If I could get on this roof, I think I could do it. It's highly possible. We could just fall back into the game. We did it. So we're back in the game. So now I'll show you how I got to the church. Which is, there's no time you even go remotely close to the church. You can only see it from afar. But if you come in here, there we go. So now we're on the inside of where I was before. And you weren't supposed to be able to get here. There's a sermon you get to, but they keep you on the other side of the fence. See that fence down there? That's the closest you can get to the church, is the other side of that fence. But take a look at this. This church is never used. Keep this in mind. Watch. Look at this. And not only that, but when I found this by fluke, I thought, oh, this is part of the game, right? Like, who would make this with a basement? All these barrels, and then you get into this room, and there's heads hanging from the ceiling. They blink in and out. There's tables. There they are. Look at it. There's a leg. There's a hand. There's some eyeballs and some teeth. And all this stuff that's never even used in the game. These heads hanging here. A basement. The whole thing. This is not part of the game. So obviously it's an asset, right? Like, obviously. And now to get out of here, you just have to kind of guess where you're going. Okay. So now we're going to play the game. The only way we can do this is to get back into the area. So just go back to where it's once you came. Float up in the air here. Just fall back in. There we go. So here's your objectives. Day 1. Okay, go home. So we never even went home. We were supposed to hit left control first and then go to the home, but because I went to the home before I hit left control, they're going to make you circle the entire map. Like as soon as it started out, I was supposed to hit shift and control and then go to home. And it would have went to day 1, but because I didn't hit control and I went to the home first, it didn't count as day 1. You'll see what I mean? So this is where the game starts. I didn't try going that way when I started the game, but it doesn't matter because the game hasn't even started yet. Because you'll see what it says. It says press left control, you would hit that, and then you'd hit shift, control and shift, and then you'd be able to go to the home and start the game. But like I say, because I never hit shift, it didn't count. There we go. So now that I've done this, you can see it's telling me like it's still stuck on day 1 and I can't get into the house. And watch if I hit the door again. Okay, I'm in. There we go. See how fucked up that is? Like, and then you come out and it's daytime. Now, it's day 2. Like, it wasn't supposed to be day 2. Listen to the people in your area. Like, that's a day 1, I was supposed to just listen to some people. But all you have to do is just circle the fucking map. Like, you don't even need to look at the controls. And there's the guy, he's skating. Like, he hasn't fixed this at all. He hasn't fixed anything. Guys, hang on. They're charging $15.49 Canadian for this game. $15.49. The reviews are horrible. And he said if there was a middle thumb. But he didn't really like it, but I say he's always too nice. He's a nice guy. Anyways, look at. And he's not even on the ground. He's just floating. If you get in his way, he'll push you. So you just go and you don't. Once you get in range of the people, look, it stops you. This is as fast as I can move now.
Yes, we are meeting tonight.
So you're supposed to listen to them, but you can't get close enough to fucking hear them. So in that case, you can go to settings and you can turn up the NPCs, but listen how loud they go. You ready?
No, we took care of everything. We brought it last night.
They won't cause any problems, will they? We don't want anything to go wrong.
I can't do anything till they're done talking.
Nobody can say anything. After all, that is what we always do.
Look at his hand gestures. He just keeps doing it, even if he's talking
tonight,
or not.
Right? It won't be fun without you.
Won't I ever miss it? I took care of all my work. I even prepared something for today.
Were you with the priest again? You two get too carried away while chatting.
We were at my house until morning the other day. We were so into it that he even missed the sermon.
Ha. So that's why he changed the sermon day. I thought he had something important to do.
Look
Are
how
you
aimless
kidding?
that skater's
What important work he has anyway.
path is, and now it's distorting it so fucking loud. Oh, sorry. So guys, we're going to stick around because we're going to finish this game and I'm going to show you. So there, it tells you that you finished that. Listen to the people in your area. And now listen to the sermon and go to the factory. And that guy just aimless. All these people, their paths are just walk one way, stop, turn around, go back a different way. Like it seems like this is AI's idea of what a game is. So somebody mentioned that in the first game. This is as close as I can get. Look at.
When I look around, I see hard-working people. We all struggle to cope with life's difficulties. Some of us are under more difficult conditions than others. These are the challenges that God
See the priest
has
at the
sent
top of the
to
hill?
you.
He's giving the
No
sermon.
matter what, God wants you to work hard and to have faith. In this world and the next, God's rewards are waiting for you. As I watch your lives here, seeing your hard work makes me happy. Remember, continuous work is the key to happiness, for that is what God has told you.
I overheard the pastor's sermon today.
You can't even barely read that.
His sense of entertainment.
But then again, I'm in
He was
4K.
well-rounded.
Even the priest cares more about his fun than his job.
I couldn't even
I'm having trouble reading this, so. He did not go to today's sermon because he got drunk. I never expected him to be such an irresponsible priest, blah, blah, blah. So now it says to go to the factory. Like, if we accept games like this and people buy them and don't refund them, then people will still keep making them. Then we'll be flooded with a fucking barrage of shitty games that are unfinished because people are like, well, I still made money off of it. It's so, like, I'm playing this on a 4090 and it's still glitchy and blurry when I move. It's like, it's horrible. I don't have any feet. So now you come up here and these guys talk and the same thing just stops you. And you have to
Do you
listen
know
to
why
them.
the priest did not preach the other day?
He says he always prays for us, or don't
Because
you
he got
listen?
drunk.
I didn't know he was praying so much.
He says he always prays for us, or don't you listen?
I thought he was exaggerating. Anyway, I have to go now. There is work at the factory.
Good luck, take care of yourself.
And he's skating. He stopped though. And like some of the stuff like that, you can just walk right through. So here's the factory, and there's nothing goes on at the factory. You can see it's so lackluster right here. Look at it. That's it. That's your factory. So now it says to go home. So listen to the people in your area at night and listen to other people and go home. But the only way to get to night is to go home. And then this is something that you're not supposed to be able to do till later. But if you just come in here and you just fidget your way around, you can actually get in. And you're not supposed to be able to. So they kind of had it blocked off so you couldn't get in, but you just come here, go out. And this is supposed to be later in the game. Look at, now I'm going to get attacked by the Scarecrow, but if I just leave, I won't. And that music just keeps playing. I just come out here. I think I just got out like this somehow. I just walked out. Anyways, I can still wander around through here and get back home. Anyways, let's do the Scarecrow. There's no way to avoid him. Don't worry, the music's still going, see? Now watch what happens. I turned that down for you. Now it keeps kicking me back out, so there's no way I can get out. And if I go back in, it just starts over again. But that's all the Scarecrow does. See, it just starts over again. There's no way you can get through there. I turned it down for you again. Everywhere I went, there's no like path you can go, and I tried going slow. I just, and then another step, another step. Tried to go to not get in the way of the corn. Maybe that's how you do it. I don't know. So right through the Scarecrow. It doesn't matter what you do. You can't avoid them. And now I'm pooched because I can't get out of here. But somehow I got out before by just following the fence line. I don't want to trigger him and leave the sound because it just keeps playing forever. It's right here I got out. But if you don't get out, you're fucked. So now I'm screwed because I don't know how to get back out. Just try riding the fence line. But I mean, what a flaw in the game. Because it's easy to walk around. But once you do, you're fucking pooched. And I'll show you, if you stay on the fence line, watch this. So I thought I'll follow the fence line. Oh, I didn't get out. But now, like, there's an invisible wall here. So I can't get back into the cornfield. I'm pushing forward to and left. I want to get to that bridge. That's what I figured you had to do. There'll be another part to the game. You see there's a bridge there? You can't get to the bridge. Like, I'm pushing forward and left. You can see I'm kind of stuck in an invisible wall. So it forces you to a smaller area where you have to get attacked by the fucking Scarecrow. Look it. Now I'm stuck. Now I'm back out, but I'm in this other fence line. See? And I can't get through. So my only choice is to go back into the Scarecrow. Let's try going up this way. Okay, invisible wall. So we're gonna hug the invisible wall the whole way. So there's no way to get to that bridge. That's what I was trying to do. See, there's the bridge. And it's invisible wall. I thought, oh, maybe there's some other part of the game I'm missing. No. So our only choice is to get right in here and get attacked by the Scarecrow. No, but now I'm out. But I can't get out. I'm stuck. And all I had to do was just, when I came down here from the factory, it's right up there. I came down and I just walked around that fence line, and that was it. But I can't get back out the same way I got in. You know? And every time the Scarecrow attacks me, I get thrown back out. And if you get too close to this fence line, you get stuck. This is it. Now I'm stuck in the fence. Look it. I can't even move. So all you can do is exit and restart the game. So you go to play. And where does it start me? On day 2. Listen to the people in your area, which I did before. So I'm not going to screw around. That was all the outside stuff I wanted to show you, and even more than I thought. So now we've already listened to it, but we'll do it again.
Good morning. Are we meeting at your place tonight?
And it looks like they've reset the volume. Yep.
Yes.
So we have to
We're
listen to
meeting
this again.
tonight. We have some plans.
Guys, we're going right to the
Ready.
end.
Do we need to bring anything?
Grab a drink.
No, we took care of everything. We brought it last night.
They won't cause any problems, will they? We don't want anything to go wrong.
Nobody can say anything. After all, that is what we always do.
You're coming tonight, right? It won't be fun without you.
Would I ever miss it? I
So they're
took
leading
care
up to
of
some
all
big
my
event.
work. I even prepared
That
something
never
for
happens.
today.
Were you with the priest again? You two get too carried away while chatting.
We were at my house until morning the other day. We were so into it that he even missed the sermon.
So that's why he changed the sermon day. I thought he had something important to do.
Are you
I can't
kidding?
move. This is as fast as
What
I can move.
important work he has anyways.
So there you go. Listen to the people, then listen to the sermon, go to the factory, and go home. So we're going to do it right this time. You know, if you go into that water, we already seen there's trees in the bottom and everything. Just slapped together. The church we know you can never get to in the game,
When I look around, I see hard-working people.
and yet there's a whole
We
basement in it
all
and everything.
struggle to cope with life's difficulties.
This is
Some of
actually as
us are
close as you
under
can
more
get to any of these
difficult
people.
conditions than others. These are the challenges that God has sent to you. No matter what, God wants you to work hard.
But I could
And
walk around up
faith
into the air again, down and go
in this
to the
world
sermon.
and the next.
But it's all for
God's
naught.
rewards are waiting for you. As I watch your lives here,
'Cause you can't move while they're
seeing your
talking.
hard work makes me happy. Remember, continuous work is the key to happiness, for that is what God has told you.
Okay, so go to the factory and then go home. So I can go up there again and go down to the people that are at the sermon, but they're all just standing there. And the priest is still on the hill raising his hands and lowering them like he's talking. Like their little actions just continue. Like the guy in town that was talking to the girls keeps raising his hands and lowering them, whether he's talking or they're talking. Nobody's mouth's moving. The only thing that led me to believe that it's not AI is this sounds like the developer's voice. And like doesn't sound like text to chat because of the accent. Listen.
Do you know why the priest did not preach the other
Oh, that's
day?
text to
He
chat.
says he always prays for us, or don't you listen?
Yeah, that
I
is.
didn't know he was praying so much.
He says he always prays for us, or don't you listen?
I thought he was
Text to
exaggerating.
speech, I meant.
Anyway, I have to go now. There is work at the factory.
Good luck, take care of yourself.
Good luck, take care of yourself. Should have been a pause there, like, good luck, take care of yourself. But no, he says, good luck, take care of yourself. So if AI was going to make a game, once again, I never thought of that till someone mentioned it in the chat in my first comments in my first game. It's like, yeah, this is exactly what AI would think a game is. So that's it. We just keep walking around this path. Like I say, you never go to the church. You never go down to the train station. You just keep making this loop. That's all there is to this game. Just keep making the loop. You can't go too far. It's a visible wall. There's the bridge I thought was going to be like where you get over to the new part where that windmill is. Nope, never used in the game. Anything beyond this loop we're doing, there's nothing. So now you just hit the door and it's fucking nighttime. And you come out and now it's nighttime of the same day. So it says listen to the people in the area and listen to other people and go home. So there is no day-night cycle. The clouds aren't even moving. Like when it's daytime, the sun's always straight up, never moves. Clouds never move. The same spot where the last people were, and the guy keeps moving his hands. Watch.
Nice weather tonight.
Weren't you the one who said the factory was so dirty?
And he's talking to the skater.
I don't like dealing with such heavy jobs.
And even when they're done, they just keep doing the same thing. Oh, he's not moving his hands anymore. But they're just stuck here. Can't push them. Nothing. Okay, now it says to listen to the other people. Listen to the other people and go home. So you just keep making the same loop. That's all you do for the whole game. And if you listen to the story, they're leading up to something happening. Something's happening here. So now there'll be people standing up here, and you just listen to them. Once again, they're both just moving their hands randomly.
We have an employee shortage. No, but someone's daughter has been kidnapped.
I fell through the map
Are
once
you
in this
afraid?
game too.
I think we should leave him alone for now. Let him rest a little. He'll get over it.
All tasks complete, go home for the next day. So you can actually cut through. Because here's home over there. Across the bridge. So you can cut through here. But this is where, just on the hill a bit, is where I fell through the map. So a little hesitant to go this way. Once again, you can't get to the water because invisible wall right there I'm hitting. And there we go. So now you get to the house, and there was a couple times when I kept hitting the house and it would be day, night outside here. And I was stuck outside. You can't get in any of these rooms. There's nothing to pick up. There's nothing to look at. You just go back out. It's day 3 now. Listen to people in the area, go to the factory and go home. That's it. Like I say, there's a train station down that way that's you never go to. There's a church up there that you never go to. And the people are always standing here.
Weren't you the one who said the factory was so dirty?
Unfortunately, I will probably have to stay up until morning at the factory. We have meetings for a big order. I may not even be available this week.
Are you free this weekend? Let's go for a walk.
Workers will not work if I don't sleep in the office. I have to be there. They do everything to avoid working.
It was so much fun. Whose house are we going to next week?
I think it was very good. It will be next week. Until
See, that doesn't sound like text-to-speech.
I fear we might not be able to do it the next week. The workers seem to have some trouble.
Maybe.
There were those who didn't go to sermons.
I'm surprised. They accepted whatever we said, though. Anyway, the priest will handle it. We'll think about it next week.
So that doesn't sound like text-to-speech. Some of it does, some of it doesn't. I don't get it. So now they tell me to go to the factory and go home. And like these people, the guy just walks down here, turns around, walks back. Goes up there, turns around, comes back. Like this ain't no fucking Kingdom Come Deliverance, I'll tell you that right now. And these girls, look at, they're in sync.
You're gonna get scolded again, right? Are you sure that he won't come?
His daughter has been kidnapped. Well, I wouldn't expect him to come. It's best to give
Because their mouths don't move, you don't even know who the fuck's
kidding.
talking.
I didn't know.
I haven't told them yet, but I'm sure they'll understand.
Did you tell the boss? Did he say anything?
So does that sound like text-to-speech?
We also learned some things from the priest. I guess the bosses say.
I hope so.
That's it. So guys, I'm going to play the whole game for you so you don't have to. Because it would be a shame if anybody was to fucking purchase this game to just justify them making it and releasing it and thinking, well, that worked, let's do another one. They're not even going to fix this. Like, I already pointed out all the things wrong with this game to the developer, and he's like, yeah, I'm on it, and nothing's been done. So now you come to the factory, and there's supposed to be someone laying here, but they're not here. So let's circle it, because that's what it says. I'll go to the factory, I'm already done. So notice the fence is still across there. So you're not, don't go in there, we already seen that. I had to restart the fucking game. Because you get stuck on the fence, or you're just stuck inside a invisible walled area that you can get in there, okay, but once you're in, you're fucked. Like, so many flaws. Like, that's what I mean. Like, how could you release this game and think it was complete? Like, you don't. It's 100% they know this game isn't complete. And we haven't even got to the end. If you want to call it that. So let's just per se say that you were going to play this game. So now you come here, hit there, and all of a sudden it's nighttime. You just walk back out. The mouse sensitivity is so high it's not even funny. Listen to the people in the area. Okay, so now it's nighttime. Listen to the people in the area. Go to the factory is already done. And listen to the people around them and go to home. That's already scratched out. So for some reason, because I went there, I already counted it. Fucking ridiculous. You can't get back into your house. Where is it? You can't get back into your house going this way either. Because you're blocked off from getting in the back door. That's where you have to go. So it means you have to circle the whole map. So once again, people in the same place. Guys just moving his hands randomly. Skater boys there. Scarecrow man.
We laughed a lot that day.
I was scared at first, but it was really fun.
That's text-to-speech.
He gets very tired at the factory. I say, rest a little and let your son fill your place. But he won't listen.
So what if we just leave because for some reason it'll let me go?
Didn't grow up to work yet. Those savage contractors will eat you, though.
How will he learn then? I think he doesn't have to go to the factory to learn the job. He can learn from home. Let him live his childhood a little. You are right. It was just a thought. Okay, did it count it? No. It didn't scratch it off. It didn't scratch it off. So does that mean we have to go back? And what happens if we just go around to the house again? Like, you could easily fuck this game up. Like, if we went back around to the house, that means that I didn't complete this. Because usually they hold you there. For some reason they let me go. Then I walked away. So if I get close, will it count it now? No. So even though the people are here and they've already finished speaking, it's not going to let me count it. So I didn't even complete that task. And then I completed the night task before of go to the factory. Is already scratched out. So let's just go around. Let's go to the factory. $15.49 Canadian. I think it's $13 American. And even then he said, oh yeah, because I said it was highly overpriced. Even $1 for something that's not complete isn't fair. You should never release a game that you can't finish. Like if you can finish one part of the game and then they're working on it because it's early access, maybe. But not a game that you can't finish at all. So this is already complete for some reason. But see? That's what you were supposed to see. But it was already scratched off. And the other people that I listened to weren't scratched off. Like, see what I mean? The whole fucking thing. It's just going to get worse. Don't go anywhere. Seriously. We're going to have fun ripping this game apart. Because like I say, we need to call this shit out. People need to fucking take a stance. That you're not disillusioned into buying this game. And then you play it for 2 hours trying to think something's going on. And they don't refund you. And the developer makes, I don't know what. Out of that $15 Canadian, he probably gets 11 of it, 10 of it. So for every sucker that buys this game, he makes $10. Because some of it was, oh, there's tax on that too for me, by the way. So I paid like $17 for this game. Okay, so I never, look at the mouse sensitivity. See, I'm stuck outside now. And I can't get back in. It didn't let me into the house. Listen to the sermon, go to the factory, and then go home. So now we have to go this way to do it. Because it didn't let me in the house. So I mean, it's just fucking getting worse. And are we on day? We're on day 4. So can we do it backwards? Can we go to the factory then listen to the sermon? I don't think it matters. And like I say, nothing's moving. Clouds aren't moving. That's the trees that are moving, by the way, not the clouds. And the sun's always right there. Are the clouds moving? Hang on. Yeah, they are. They're just kind of like... No, they're not. That's the trees. So when was the last time you played a game where the clouds weren't actually even moving? Like, that's like a staple in games now. Like, that just comes... That just comes standard with the game engine. I'm not sure what engine this is. But they're not doing that engine any fucking justice. So I think this is where the guy's laying here. Nope. So it says go to the factory, but it's not going to count because I didn't go to the sermon first. Are you fucking kidding me? And what are these guys doing? Looks like they're making out. They're so close. What? It doesn't say... Oh, listen to the people at night. So this is going to be the night one? Watch.
Maybe he can work for you during the weekend.
What's that guy? Look at he's giving him a handy. Something about a rodent problem. Come on. Try not to force yourself too much until your son comes. Oh yeah, he is making him come.
Like the rich, they don't have much fun. They seem to be tired of their daily routines. Young
Go to the factory, so that was it. They're not even at the factory. For some reason, they're not even at the factory. So then we can do the sermon. And all I have to do is just get close to it. So we're going to come in from this way.
I always tell how much I love our town.
Listen to this.
Especially the people of it. I'm proud to have so many people who work hard and properly. If I am so proud, I don't have the words to tell how proud our God is.
What the fuck's going on now?
Fear not, my children. You will get the reward of this work from God eventually. God's word to you is to work hard. Whatever you're struggling with, you will surely have a reward for it.
That wasn't even the sermon. Well, I've had this happen before. Now look it. I'm still stuck in slow motion. Now I'm stuck in... Oh, fuck. There it is. Listen to the sermon, go to the factory, and then go home. Did you hear that? I had another one, too, where the guy talked. Did you see that fucking tree? Look at how close we are. The draw distance shouldn't be that... like that. Oh, man. This is like a huge mess. Like, I don't like to fucking tear up developers, but when they're doing this to people, like, we must have some kind of rights. We do. We have the right to refund it. But I want to help anybody avoid even purchasing this because we can't let this shit happen. Like, everything's just happening wrong. There's no attention to detail. The textures suck. Moving the mouse, everything's glitchy.
Did you sleep well?
At least we got in. Listen. I heard someone talking while I was in the house. So now we're on day 5. We're still on day 4 night. Listen to the people in your area and go home. So unfortunately, you can't just go back home. You got to go all the way around.
Did you sleep well at the factory yesterday?
One of the workers was missing. Things slowed down suddenly.
Did you learn why he couldn't come?
He was probably sick or something. I
He's
already
hanging.
fired him. Nobody can skip work without notice. I'm putting my money into this job.
You did well. If he doesn't want to do his job, he should never do it. You rest a little at home.
Okay, that's it. Go home. But if you just go back home, it doesn't work. So you just had to listen to those two guys, and then you have to circle the whole fucking map. See, I can't get in. I can't go around. There's no way to get back in. It's an invisible wall all the way down. Can't get around the house. There's an invisible wall all the way down to the train station. We already did that. So try to get to the home, go around the other side. You can't. I'm hoping maybe it'll glitch. See, here's the invisible wall right here. And then look at this house. You can see in. Right in there. Look at... It's fucking just grass on the floor. There's nothing in it. Can't even see through the windows. That's as far as I can go again. So we have to circle the whole map to get back. Once again, an untextured tree until you get like 20 feet from it. And the only thing that happens is supposed to be a little bit later, the Scarecrow. And you got to stick around for that because you have to reach a certain area or you don't pass the quest part. Stick around, I'll show you. Because we're going to do this whole game. And you're going to see, like, I was thinking, okay, there's got to be something good in the game, right? There's got to be a redeemable quality somewhere. That I was sadly mistaken in believing. So hopefully we get in the door and not stuck outside. Okay, we got in. So now it's a new day. And now it tells you listen to the people in the area, listen to other people, and go home. And look at these ladies. And now I'm floating up in the air. Now I'm back down. Look at, she's got no feet. Like the attention to detail. So we listen. Look at him floating up in the air.
Did you hear one of the workers hung himself up?
Yes, I heard that at such an important time.
I heard she didn't want to work anyway. He was crying because
See, I
his
got
father was
thrown
dead.
over.
Oh, could it be the father of the girl last week?
Give me a break. Even so, this is not the reaction. He has to do his job.
I'm up in the air.
Not everyone has to
Down.
wait for him.
Okay. Okay, now listen to other people. So we have to go to the other side of the creek. And it's one of these ones that I keep hitting like invisible barriers. See how it shoots me over to the side? Like, I don't even know what the fuck is going on. So then we just listen to these guys.
I told the boss today. I will work at your station until your son comes.
Look at what's happening to me.
You can go home and
I'm just
rest.
pushing forward.
How did the boss listen to you? He hadn't listened to me. He said he'd fire me.
Look at these girls coming
Thanks for
down. They're floating up in the
refusing my
air and
station.
not even touching the ground.
I found someone who could take care of mine. So I said I could feel for you.
They're walking on
The
sunshine.
boss was also convinced you go home.
And the way she
and
turns
rest
around
and
while
good
she's
night
still
tonight.
walking, and look at.
Say hi to your son when he comes back. Old man.
And the other
cannot
girl went right
survive
through the
this
fence
trip.
and
and then back through the
It is
fence.
also some time for his son to come.
Thank you, son.
And I'm pushing forward. I'm going up in the air, shooting
God
around.
bless you.
See, look at us. I'm just getting flailed around as I try to go forward. Hitting like invisible walls. This is where I fell through the map doing this. Trying to get through here. And I don't want to fall through the map because then I'll have to redo the whole day. Look at it. I have no idea why my character's doing this. I'm just pushing forward and shift. It's just supposed to be sprint. This is where it was, where I tried to get through and I fell through the map. I can't even go forward. Now I'm fucking way up in the air. Let's go up and around. I don't want to fall through the map. Like all these places are just empty. Look at, I didn't even do that. I just stopped. Look at it, it's just grass on the floor. And look at it. I'm just pushing forward and shift. I can't even get down here. Here we go. What the fuck? When I got outside the map, I should have went over to the bridge and seen if there is something over there that's supposed to be the end that they didn't finish. But I did get to the church. And look at me. Just trying to get to the fucking house. Like, what the fuck is going on? It was exactly the same last time. Okay, we made it. So now it should be nighttime. And then we have to listen to the people in the area and listen to the people in the other area and go home. So now it's fixed. See, I'm not flailing through the air. Unless I'm talking too soon. Yep, I'm talking too soon. Oh no, it's the people. So now they're not even saying anything. I'm supposed to listen to the people and they're not even saying anything. Not even fucking saying anything. And it's already done. Listen to... Oh, no, it's not. It's a night one. Listen to the people in your area. So let's see if they... Yep, it did. Just gave it to me. And whatever part of the story there, you don't even get it. They're like, don't worry about it. So you just loop around again. Like, I had to do a full dive for you in case anybody was thinking there was some kind of end to the game or something cool happens.
Good evening.
Oh my god, listen to him. It's so deep and low you can't even hear him. Did this last time too, by the way. It's not just a freak event.
We all miss you, son. Let's prepare a warm welcome with a good meal.
Are you kidding me? Like, anybody who watched my first video, if you thought that was bad. Okay, so now let's just go home.
See you later, guys.
Like, it was so deep. The one guy's voice was so deep you couldn't even understand what the fuck he was saying. And last time we came through, it was so high I thought it was a chipmunk talking to me. Like, and this is how he released the game. This isn't like a glitch or something. This is the same last time. It's exactly the same. Like, this is the game, and when I couldn't walk and I was like flailing all over, it was exactly the same last time. If you bought the game, this is exactly what will happen to you. Like, I thought maybe it was a glitch, like with that guy skating. Like, sometimes that happens in a game, but when you reload the game or play a different time, you come back, that it was just a glitch. You'll find it. Not this game. That guy just skates, and the developer knows it, and he just left it. He's like, oh, it's good enough, and he's skating every time. And these girls have no feet; they're just floating. Look at. So once again, it's just listen to the people in your area, listen to the sermon, listen to other people. So when they say other people, it's on the other side of the creek. And it's that same guy just raising his hands up and down. See, look at before I even get there. And now they're not even talking. They did this last time. So you don't even get to hear the fucking story. You don't even know what's going to happen. Like, this is supposed... The whole game is based around this story. You're supposed to be investigating, but you don't know what the fuck they said. You can go here and read the notes and the secondary notes on the other side that you can't read because it's so small. Like I said, if I wasn't on a 50-inch monitor, I wouldn't be able to read that. If you're watching this on a phone, you can't read what it says on the left. And the story's not even being told. And sometimes it's being told in chipmunk voice. Sometimes it's so deep it sounds like a demon. And sometimes they just don't even tell you. Like, the whole fucking game is based on the story, and they're not... The 2 times in town, nobody's even told me the story. There you go.
Yeah, big job in the factory.
So you don't even know what that was. A main part of the story, you just don't know. Now you're supposed to listen to the sermon. There he is up top. He's waving his hands around. And once again, they're not telling you the story. Like, this is the game. This isn't a fluke or a glitch. This is what you will get. So now you don't, if you've been following the story thinking, okay, at least there's a story, there's not. They don't tell you the story. And if you think this is bad, hang on, because it gets worse. So we're on day 6 now. And then we have to do the night thing. All we have to do is listen to people in town and go back around. So there's no story. They just said, fuck it. My assumption was that they figured that nobody got that far. So now you can read the secondary notes. But it's so fucking small. Let me move it up here. Okay, the first one says, there's probably a big comparison, a big commission. And I can't barely see it, guys. In the factory, the people here are most delighted because of this. As far as I can see, there is only one person doing business. And the other one says, I listened to today's sermon. The priest talked about the work at the factory. They used the priest to make people work constantly very smart. People then listen to the priest like sheep listen to their shepherd. They also govern the people they left ignorant with religion. I'm not surprised that they have to work this hard. Okay, so now listen to other people. So that means there's more people up here. And I think these people actually do talk.
I may not come tonight.
Did they give extra shifts? How many days?
I have no idea. This time it may even take 3 days.
Can't you leave in the afternoons?
The boss is always at the office. If he sees that we are leaving, we can be fired.
Waiting in his office until morning.
Mostly sleeping, but we don't know when he's awake.
Guess I gotta light a doob.
It's best not to risk it.
I can't take
You're right,
it.
too.
That's it. Now let's hear the scribble sound. Guys, you didn't... Oh, I'm still stuck here. There we go. So they didn't add anything to the story. Well, according to what I heard from the workers, a shift that would last for days has started, and their boss will watch the workers. I remember he said he will sleep in his office during the shift, but these people still work. So because it's not glitchy, I can cut through here. And like I say, if you quit the game and come back tomorrow, it will start on day 6. But there's no way to restart the game. Start is just continue. Not that you'd want to restart it. Like, at least it doesn't start from the very start. Okay, so now we're in a nighttime. We just have to listen to the people in town and go around. So this is the end of day 6, right? Yeah. No, we're glitching again.
I heard that the mouse problem in the fields is almost resolved.
Yes, I will go and check in the morning. I hope it's over. We need more workers here.
Won't they want to rest?
Look at their mouse. Don't move
How many
nothing.
days have they been standing? They may cause some problems.
I'm sure they will slacking off. I don't trust them at all.
Is their mouth
Let
moving?
them come and work.
No.
I'm sure it sounded like a holiday to them.
So that's it. So you're just supposed to go home. But it's doing that fucking throwing me around while I walk glitching. Not as bad as the first time. What's going on? Look at... It won't let me in there. It won't let me in. So I have to go around. Where's the other people to listen to? Oh, it's just go home. Yep, just go home. Still stuck in the glitch. So that's where it's risky to walk through here when it's doing this. But I'm not going all the fucking way around because I fell through the map. I told you that, but I'm just reiterating my point. That you're risking it all when it's glitchy like this and throwing you around. Look at that. So it's a new day, and what do? Listen to the people and look around and go home. Examine the field where the laborers work. Okay, so that's where the Scarecrow is. So that's tonight. So there's no one even here. Listen to other... When it says other people, they're on the other side. When it just says listen to people, they're on this side of the creek, the river, the stream. So there's my peeps.
I told the boss that I could get under the whole job.
See, that's someone talking. That's not speech to text. Text to speech, I mean.
Don't hesitate to let me know if there's anything I can help.
That's text to speech.
It's a beautiful thing you do, but you need to know your own limits. I know they made you bring the hanged guy down last week. You need to give yourself time to rest.
I know. Somehow I can handle it. The more I can finish until the kids in their field return, the less the kids work.
See, that guy was the dev, probably. Okay, so now examine the field at night, so we just go back. This is it, just constant looping the game. I'm going to be honest here, this is the kind of game that if you take a game developer course, this is what you would release in the first month. And then they tell you all the things you've done wrong and they'll help you fix it, right? In a 2-year course. In a 24-month course, this is your first month. I think if any of you guys got a game engine and decided to build a game, like, you know, you can get some of those videos that'll tell you, like, you can build a game in a week. This is it. So now it's nighttime. And all we have to do is go examine the field. It says look around, though. Examine the field where the laborers work and go home. Okay, that's it. Guys, thanks for coming along on this journey and sharing my misery with me. I really appreciate that. Because it's kind of interesting to see what some people do and call a game and expect people to pay money for it and not be upset. Like, he released this. Like, did he play it? He must have. And thought, yeah, that's good. It's fucking right on. This is solid. And it's not. Like, all these glitches that are happening to me and all these things happen every time you play it. So now you're supposed to go to where the Scarecrow was, and you'll notice that the fence is open. See, now it's not closed. So now we won't get stuck in here. And the light's on to let you know this is it. And it says, it did before though, do not trespass. So you come in, the music starts. It doesn't matter how you do this, but you have to get so far. So I'm just going to run. I'll keep turning that down for you. So that worked. But sometimes if you don't run, it won't be complete. See, examine the field. It's scratched out. It's done now. Oh, I turn around so fucking fast, I don't know where I am. So if you just slowly go in, you might not trigger the completion of it. And you have to go in there a few times. So I say just run as fast as you can. Worked. And that was the only scare in the game. And I turned it down. Hopefully I did for you because it is so fucking loud. Let's say that the game volume's at 10. Then that was a 25. They thought if they're only going to scare you once, they want to scare everybody in the whole house that you live in. Like, hopefully you had your headphones on. Because I live on my own, so a lot of times I just have it on speakers and everything, because nobody cares. I don't have anybody around me. I live out in the country. But it just about fucking scares the shit out of me. Okay, so now we're on day 8. Listen to the sermon, and then listen to other people so you know they're on the other side. So there's nobody on this side. And there's Skatesy. And it's just the same characters. There's like 6 characters on this side, and that's it. And then other than the sermon people, because they never move, there's like 5 people, maybe 6 over here too. So these girls are still here, even though you don't have to listen to them. Because you're listening to the sermon, right? Now the priest is halfway down the hill. He's fallen. Because he's supposed to be up top. They're not going to let you hear anything of the story. But it might be in the secondary notes. Luckily I have glasses, so I'll be able to see this. I use it for threading my fucking strings in my guitar. And doing like really tight work on my guitar. But other than that, I never have to wear glasses. So I'm just fucking waiting. There we go. They didn't even give us secondary notes. Listen to other people. So now is it them? Yeah.
Do you have as much work as the priest says at the factory?
We also learn some things from the priest. I guess the bosses say.
If the priest is involved, must be a very big order.
If it's as important as the priest says, it's normal for us to work so hard.
No notes. So you don't know what was said at the sermon. And now for nighttime, we have to listen to other people, so that's on this side, and then look around the factory and go home. And I don't know why some days or whatever, you can't walk without glitching, getting thrown in the air and pushed off to the side. And other days it works fine. Like, look at the trees in the distance. And then when I get closer, I'm not even close enough at this range to bring the textures in. So now let's listen to other people. So that's on the other side, and go look in the factory. Guys, we're getting there. Day 8. There's only 10 days. And you don't have to know the game to play it at this speed, because this is all there is to do. Like, you just walk around, listen to the people, and you go home. So even your first time playing it, it's going to be exactly the same as your 100th time playing it. Like, you can't play it really any faster. So here's the people.
Did you get the news?
What news?
Children in the fields. The wolves attacked at night. Only one of the children
Wolves
survived.
attacked at night.
Those who went to the patrol said.
I can't believe it. It is terrible that so many children died because of some mice. What did the bosses say?
Old man didn't show up for a sermon today. Has he done overtime in the factory?
Okay, I can't believe it. Wolves attacked in the factory.
Maybe he is the son of the old man.
Maybe some don't go in. It's ridiculous that so many children die just to get rid of some mice. Couldn't the bosses spend some money? Can you hear it?
Is that little money worth the suffering of those kids and their families?
So he's making money off of the suffering and misery of everybody else. So now we got to go home. I'm going to go this way. So we're leading up to a story, and I was thinking at this point, well, it better be a fucking good story. And there better be some kind of, like, look at that light. Because I'm playing this on ultra high in 4K on a 4090, so that's the lights. Looks like there's bugs around them, like flying around. But these lights, they don't do that. It's only those ones. That one. I don't get it. This is really making me want to make a game. And I'm getting closer every day, but I do have a fucking full-time job, so it's hard for me to invest the time into it and make videos and go to work. And I also play guitar. I have a motorbike. Like, I like to do shit. I just don't have the time and to make a game that I feel would be worth it. But now that I see this is all you have to do, look at it, stuck me outside again. So now I have to walk all the fucking way around, listen to people in your area, and go home. Listen to people in your area. So I can't get to my area, and I can't get back in the house. And then once I hit it, look at it's nighttime. So can I just skip them and listen to the people in your area, examine the field where the laborers work, and go home? I'm going to do it. Because if you just hit the door again, it turns to night. If I hit it again, it'll be daytime. But it's still on day 9. But let's just say you didn't know. And you're like, why am I on the outside? It's nighttime. So it said, go look around the factory, right? Examine the field where the laborers work and go home. We've already done that. Okay, I'm going to go to daytime. I don't want to screw this up. I don't want to screw this up. Because it's the Scarecrow is the field where the laborers work. And why wouldn't they just say the cornfield? There's only one fucking cornfield. Okay, so we'll go back. It's daytime now, see? And if I go back and hit the door again and come back, it'll be night. But it's still day 9. Oh, it's day 10. Listen, okay, so we got to day 10. You didn't even have to do this shit. All you have to do is just hit the door and come out. So let's just assume I did those things because we already went in the field. We already seen the fucking Scarecrow. And we skipped the whole fucking schmozzle day 9. We skipped it all. So technically I could just, if I get the door stuck like that, I can just keep bouncing off it and go from day to day. I could go to day 10 right away. So listen to the people in your area. Here they are.
Suddenly, there was a decrease in workers. Things are getting longer because they don't want to work. I dealt with so many meetings, I added my night to my day. They have a little gratitude while they are rebelling. They try to get my permission without shame.
They should be sorry for their children. But this cannot be an excuse. We are talking about big jobs and a lot of money. They shouldn't act as they please.
We have to set them off somehow. Let's tell the priest and speak heart.
They would listen to the priest.
They forgot the priest.
Okay, so go listen to the sermon. The floating lady. I would like to know what game engine this is, because if I do make a game, I don't want to do it in this engine. Of course, I'm going to do it in Unreal 5. I guarantee you I can make a better game than this. Like, I mean, anybody could. Come on. If you gave me 1 year, I could make this in Unreal 5. They're not even going to tell me the sermon. See, he's at the top of the hill now. He didn't slide down today. So you don't even get the story. You just have to wait till it's fucking over. So we're waiting. I hate to say it looks like shit. The grass doesn't move. You know, in some games, the grass moves back and forth. The trees are swaying, but the... It's lame. Okay, so now we just go home, and then nighttime listen to the people in your area. Hey, buddy. So what I'm getting is, and I'm sure that Dav's like a great guy and everything, I'm not saying that. What I'm getting out of this is he tried to make a game and he fucking failed, and he thought, you know what? Like at a certain point he said, just release it, I can't go any further. So hopefully we go in the door, it doesn't always happen. Okay, so now it's day 10, nighttime, this is... Listen to the people in your area.
I went to church today. I did not expect so few people to participate in the service. As it always...
I want some going to the factory.
The voice is low.
Many more people were attending sermons.
The priest was also very angry and did not talk to any of us. Things are getting more serious. I heard a few more people hanging themselves after the news.
The priest is doing business with them.
The priest has been busy with them all, with all the funeral things. Maybe he was angry with them. Maybe. So I heard more people hanging themselves. There is so much death around, yet they are still after money, madness. How can people be blind to others' suffering? Open your eyes, a little conscientious. See the people in pain. All tasks complete. Go home for the next day. Right. So we're still shrouded in mystery of what's going on here, and what's with all the people hanging themselves. Like something's up. So there's nobody over here. We're just heading back. And it says right there, listen to the people in your area, go home. And it said go home for the next day, right? So it's building up this big story for us that you paid $17 for Canadian with tax included. You've just walked around in circles, just listening to people talk. You got scared once by the Scarecrow, which was more annoying than anything. And you're thinking, okay, it's day 10, so apparently this is the big finale. This is where they're going to wrap it all up into one neat little package. Go in here. Watch, I'm going to show you. Ready? Come out. Day 1. Press control to crawl right back to the start. They never completed the story. They never fucking told you anything. They never solved any mysteries. There was nothing that important that happened, and it just goes back to day 1. Left control. Now go home. So now that I didn't do it on the other side, because you can't, I have to go all the way around to go back, and then it just goes to day 2, and it just starts over again. That's it. That's it. They never wrapped up the story. Never told you what was really going on. Never solved anything. And it just goes back to fucking day 1. Like, it's bullshit, man. Like, I was never so fucking pissed off and disappointed, dissed off in a game before in my life. I've never experienced anything quite like this. Where they never even, the whole game was about the mystery and the story and the investigation, and they never ever told you what the fuck was going on. And if you start again, it just goes back, and if you go all the way to day 10 again, it just goes back to day 1. That's it. Guys, this is a massive scam ripoff. Or it's AI built it and didn't think to fucking finish the game. Like, AI wouldn't even have done this. That's why I don't think it's AI, because it would have had some kind of ending. But he released this game for $15.49 Canadian and let people play it, knowing full well that day 10 just goes back to day 1, and you've never solved anything. The whole thing is a fucking massive scam. It needs to be called out, and nobody buy this game. Not even to test it out, because what I just did is exactly what you'll do. That you're wasting your time and your fucking money. This game sucks ass. I don't even care if I'm being mean to the dev, because he's being mean to all of us. Like, he's taking people for a fucking ride. And he needs to fix this game, and he needs to take it down to $2 and have an ending and everything else before you release it. Or when you tell people this game is not complete and there's no ending, before you fucking sell it to them. That's it, guys. This is Ziggy. I'm fucking pissed off. Thanks for coming along. I hope I saved you fucking some misery and suffering. But we're going to move on to better things in our next game. I'm going to find something fucking cool. We're going to have more fun. Thanks for coming along. Peace.